And now, Rogue Prince from the Crystal Ball. After solving the puzzle, a loud commotion draws them back to another room that you've already been in. You hear a loud commotion coming from the east room, where the aqueduct was.
I knew it.
Okay.
Secret door. Let's go in there.
Please tell me something will actually happen in there this time.
It certainly sounds like it.
I pray it's empty. I pray you remain crazy.
Well, it's a bit late for that. Yes, we know. We know I'm crazy.
So, rising from the water there now is a bridge made of brilliant stone and a somehow dry purple carpet. And it leads you into an archway that wasn't there the last time you were here.
Excellent. And I'll cross.
Okay. You step through into an area which is untouched by time. Plants are flourishing in the corners here, and a pristine dark blue carpet with golden trim leads to the other doors. On the east wall, there is a couple of comfortable reading chairs and a painting that depicts the avatars of the goddess Juris, her mother Darna, and her grandfather Grian. Juras is depicted as a warm-skinned half-elf. Her sclera are the infinity of the night sky, stars about, and her pupil forms the shape of crescent moon. She has twilight blue curly hair and wears a glistening silver dress that reminds you of a barren moon. Darna is depicted as a sea elf or water genasi. Her skin is a warm sea foam and her hair an ocean blue, wavy and resembling the foamy crashes of ocean waves against the shore. She wears a strapless dress hanging down from her shoulders, and it seems to be made of sea kelp. Finally, Grian, who is depicted as a fiery, strong, and stout man. Either dwarf or human, he is featured with great musculature, a warm orange skin, and hair made of bright flame. You can somewhat see a resemblance to the fire genasi like Elisande. Under it, a plaque reads, "In the age second, the gods three most wise defended the river every night for 25 moons. There is a doorway to the north and a doorway to the south."
Ooh. Is that detect magic still up? I assume it's probably gone by now, but...
Detect magic lasts for a long time, right?
It lasts for 10 minutes, but it doesn't matter because I have Eldritch Sight, so I just do it again.
Yeah,
that's true.
At no expense.
Sweet.
Because warlocks are the best.
Yes.
I'd like to make sure it's known I've casted mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Good idea.
So Elisande casts a spell. If you did go through the trouble of recasting Eldritch Sight, did you?
Yeah. It doesn't cost me anything, so I'll just flick it again.
Through here, there's this life magic that emanates from the plants. Probably just to keep them alive.
Probably, yeah.
But other than that, there's not really any magic here, other than a faint glow past the east wall.
Okay. Which way do we want to take, then?
I think we start with north.
Alright.
Cool.
North it is.
So you come into a great library. Many tomes here from the ages before, magic, poetry, you name it. In this library, there are 7 shelves, each with 3 rows.
I'm gonna start picking up books.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Mercy will start looking through them
And
too.
it goes right in.
Yeah, so there are books. Like I said, some are magic books of ancient magic that has long since been useful. Poetry from thousands of years ago, and basically anything else you can think of. A how-to guide on building a barn.
These are all like historical texts, essentially. Like, it's stuff that you could probably, if you were like a scholar, you would probably, like, this is the sort of room historians like dream of finding, typically, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like Anisette is just going to start picking books up and slipping them in her bag.
Well, it's like all of these books are at least 1,000 years old.
Yeah. It's like if you found the lost section of the Library of Alexandria.
I mean, we probably don't want to carry them around in bags then. We should just tell some scholars this is here later. So, because they're probably pretty delicate. So she'll take a mental note of what's here that she always does, and is going to just remember to tell some scholars about this later.
I'm glad we don't have to wait around a room full of books. Crazy.
Mercy will go looking to see if we can find anything on the Silver Hand while we're here.
Yeah, so you skim through, and there's not... Like, if you're just going through the spines and looking at the titles and stuff, there's not anything that immediately jumps out at you. You'd have to spend some more time searching through it, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going. Circle back later, maybe.
Okay. And the only other door you haven't been through is the south door.
All right.
And through that door, you find a dormitory. There is a chest in the corner. Some of the beds house dolls and others more practical womanly materials. In one of the beds, you find a journal with a specific page marked, "So I forget not. My book favorite is on shelf 4, row 2, book 19.
Ooh.
All right, then.
All right.
Anything else of interest in this room, or just that message?
Other than the chest, no.
I'll have a look in the chest.
Yeah.
The chest is magically sealed.
Shit.
You would be able to see this with your detect magic, so...
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you break magical things?
I mean, like, if you punched a hole through the box, yeah, but you would risk damaging the things inside.
Okay, just putting that out there.
A very gentle pun.
Does anybody have a woodworker's kit?
Yeah, you're looking for a drill so you can
Saw
drill
hole.
a hole into it.
Handsaw.
Let's have a look in the library, then. That might open this in.
Okay.
Yes.
So you step back into the library. And I take it you're going to look for the thing that was mentioned?
Mm-hmm. Anisette recites the phrase
Right.
that Fox doesn't remember.
I'd like to bring up a counter option, though. What if we completely ignored the clues and just left right here, right now?
Right now.
You don't want to find out what's in that chest? Could be gold.
Could be a demon. Listen.
Even better.
So you come back into the library and you look into the, it was shelf 4, row 2, book 19. And it is a study of the erotic form by troubadour Imogen Silvertongue.
Definitely sounds like a band's favorite book.
I think this was a lady's favorite book.
I think it was
Period! Wait, she's an icon!
Immediately changed.
Immediately. I love.
Sorry, is this a book written by a bloke called Silvertongue?
A bird named Silvertongue. Imogen Silvertongue.
Imogen Silvertongue. I wonder how she got that name.
Wow.
Oh, you know bards.
All right.
Ha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll have a look through it.
It is just a
Please
book of
hide
pornography. Yeah. It is not special. It is just a book.
Hide it from Gillamine.
Icon.
Anisette, what you reading there?
Nothing whatsoever.
Normally you're very excited about books.
Oh, I like this one too, but this is not for you, and I'm gonna put it back on the shelf.
Whore! Sorry, clear my throat.
Well, you know that makes me want to read it more now.
Fortunately, it's on the top shelf, so you can't reach it.
Maybe when you're older.
You finish up in the library and you come back into the lobby, and like I said, the only thing in here are the chairs, the plants, and the painting.
You said there was I was getting a ping of magic from the east wall.
Yes, it would be like faintly behind the painting.
I'm gonna pull the painting off the wall, see if there's like a safe or a door hidden behind it. I mean, how is it big enough to hide a door? Or...
Oh yeah, it's a really big painting.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try moving it then.
Sure, you give me a strength check.
I'll help.
Okay, with advantage, strength check. I'll also take athletics if that's better.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh.
Okay.
Damn.
So,
And I add nothing to that, but I did get a 19.
luckily
Okay.
with Mercy's help, you were able to pull this large painting off, and it doesn't even include like the plaque that was below it. So you pull this large painting off, and you can see kind of there's a seam a little bit in the brickwork that might be something.
There is something magical behind this. I believe this could be a door or some sort of secret passageway. And what does the plaque say again?
The plaque says, "In the age second, the gods three, most wise, defended the river every night for 25 moons."
In the age second, the gods. 2, 3, 2, 5. There are numbers in the. It could be a skip code of sorts. Taking the numbers out. I mean, yeah. Is there anything else around that you could input a code to? Does the seam of the wall look magic in itself?
No.
Okay.
So in this room, there are the 4 plants, the carpet runner that goes in between the north and south rooms where the dormitory and the library were, and the 2 chairs.
Is that number sequence something that could correlate to the library? Those numbers?
Perhaps. What was the clue for the filthy book? It was something like 6 up. Like how was that phrased again?
So I forget not. My book favorite is on shelf 4, row 2, book 19.
Shelf 2, row 3, book 25. And I'm gonna go find that.
Okay. So you go, and you find a book. It is titled On a Study of the Twilight Goddess.
This seems right.
Ooh.
Very resourceful, Mercy. Good thinking. And I'm gonna have a look at that.
Thank you. You're rubbing off on me.
So you go to pull the book out, and it activates a mechanism.
Oh,
And behind you, you hear as the wall starts shuddering and a door
yeah.
opens up.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
So now there's a new door to the east.
Let's go through it.
Okay. Down the stairs, you find a new chamber. There are now whole trees in the corner, brilliant moon birches, and 2 channels either side the door that presumably lead back to the aqueduct. In the center of the room is an inset mural of a crescent moon, and in the center on the north and south walls are statues. On the south is Mother Ambrosia, and on the north is Guardian Firestalk.
Okay.
Was Mother Ambrosia... Anisette, remind me, was Mother Ambrosia the woman who guided us here, who met us outside, or was she the one who we found her remains in the portal room?
I believe Mother Ambrosia was the woman who left the note, whose long dead corpse we found.
Yes.
Sister Tesian was the woman that we met outside, and Guardian Firestalk I don't believe we've encountered before.
No, I don't think so.
I'll examine the mural that's in here.
So you look at...
You said it was on the far wall.
Yeah, are you looking at Ambrosia's or Firestalk's?
Sorry, there's the 2 statues, and then you said there was also a mural of a crescent moon.
Oh, it is a mural of a crescent moon. It's inset into the center of the room.
Okay. I'll start by having a quick look at that if there's anything to see.
It's pretty. You figure it's just like a symbolic thing. It isn't like magical innately or anything.
Ooh, what is magical in the room?
Through a hallway to the east, there is a large force of magic, but not where you are right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Examine the statues, I suppose.
Yeah. So there is a slight magic. It seems dormant on Firestalk.
On Firestalk, okay.
Yes. So Mother Ambrosia's depiction is beautiful. Perhaps the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
Okay. What does Guardian Firestalk look like?
Firestalk is a figure of ambiguous sex. Their face features a cocky smile, and they wield a thin sword. It is some kind of saber or thick rapier.
Does the sword look real in the as opposed to the rest of the statue, or is it just part of the statue?
Give me... Oh, what is that?
Investigation?
Investigation, I guess, yeah.
I am good at that. So that's a crit fail. So she's quite distracted with the stonework of the statue, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, this is really good stonework, and whoever chiseled out the sword did a really good job. It looks nice.
Cool. All right. What is this magic that I'm seeing on
It is like...
the statue?
I think the closest thing is conjuration.
Okay.
Conjuration, alteration, something like that.
I'll just feel around the statue and see if it has any, like, moving parts or seams or any sort of hidden mechanics on it as opposed to just being a statue.
Can I have a luck check?
Luck check. All right.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me evens or odds.
Odds, let's say.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
Dang.
The statue looks at you. I would prefer it if you did not feel me up. And,
Okay.
it steps back and draws its sword.
Pleasure to meet you, Guardian. We come in peace.
What brings you into my temple?
We were sent here by a sister.
We were invited.
A sister, you say?
Yes.
That is odd, I believe. If I remember correctly, all of the sisters were indisposed at the time of the incursion.
Are you familiar with Sister Cheesin, then? That is who we talked to.
I have never heard of anybody by such a name. But the sisters do change their names often if they desire. Goddess of mystery and all.
I believe that the creature that invited us may have been a specter of sorts. If she was no longer alive, that does not mean that she would not be the one who guided us.
That is a possibility, but in order for one of the sisters to remain on this plane, they would have had to have been defiled at some point in order to not cross into the afterlife with the Lady Jurors.
As we saw before. Perhaps a new sister, then. Do you know that time has passed around you? Do you remember what year it was?
I believe it has been a little over 1,000 years since I was last awake.
Interesting. And what are you? An animate statue or a person turned statue?
I believe... I do not know what you would call my kind. It is a hard thing to describe, I'm afraid. But I am not made of stone, per se. What would be the... Are you familiar with metal people?
Automatons?
Are we familiar with metal people?
Are we familiar with automatons?
Or Warforged?
I take it as a no. I believe the best thing to describe it as to you would be a construct made of metal.
Interesting.
There are not many like me. And I was built is a word, I suppose, here to serve the Order, the Sisters.
out of curiosity, were you Sister Ambrosia across from you? We know she was a real person. We unfortunately found what remained of her physical body. Are you modeled after a person, or are you your own new identity?
It's not an easy thing to describe, really. I take after many people of our order, but I suppose specifically influenced by the great warriors of the order. I'm sure you have met a few of them out in the halls. Their sacrifices were noble.
Met is a strong word, but yes.
In fact, they guided us here.
Yes,
partially.
they did.
There was a ritual that needed doing for us to continue, and they instructed us on how to arrive here.
Interesting. So they trust you for some reason.
Seemingly.
Why is that?
I don't know why anyone would trust Anisette, to be honest.
Is Gilliman, like, standing in view of this guy? What's he thinking? What's he looking like?
Gilliman's kind of just hiding behind Mercy.
So real, honestly.
Yeah.
So you followed some kind of specter who led you here. Presumably one of the sisters of the Order, who then didn't come in with you, proceeded to find and talk to the guardians of the outer sanctum, and then figured out the last security measure before reaching the inner sanctum proper.
Well, now that it comes to mind, the Guardians did not speak to us. They spoke to the one we are charged to protect.
They look down to the boy. And so they've decided to talk to a child. Why is that?
We're as just out of the picture as you are, but what the Spectre and the lady outside have led us to believe is he has some important part in the future of this world, in what is to come, though that is left ambiguous.
And that would be why the Guardians spoke to him. Well,
It would appear so.
if that's the case, then I suppose that you must continue.
That would be preferable. We'd like to know what lies at the end of this labyrinth.
There is only one more room for you waiting. It is to the east. You will pass through that hallway there. I wish you luck. It is one of the great trials of Juras.
Very well.
If the boy really is special, you should come out of it okay.
That is a fine sword. Does it have any special properties?
My blade was forged when I was. It is of great elven design, and other than that, it's just a fine piece of steel, really.
An extension.
An extension is a good way to put it, yes.
If it held magical properties, I was seeking to perhaps find a way to trade it with you, but...
They cock their head, look at you, you see them kind of fix into your eyes and say, I think that if my sword was magical, you would know it, Drury.
Then, as I am, you're quite observant.
Or perhaps Baved. I'm not sure.
We're familiar with the first term, but not the second.
I assumed you all spoke Elvish.
We
But-
Elvish. Okay.
I do. Remind me what that word means.
Baved is the word for basically witch. It's like a caster that is not necessarily positively aligned. It's like every Baved is
Right.
a Druid, but not every Druid is Baved.
Well, my friends here are I would not describe as such, but perhaps that's not an inapt description for myself.
Not many people take that term positively.
I'm not most people, she says as her bandages sort of writhe around her skin.
I'd like to message Mercy. I think I'm more scared of Anisette right now than I am the fucking statue.
I think that's fair.
I cannot accompany you into your last trial, but they motion towards the door. I do wish you luck.
Is there anything else we should know before going in?
It will not be easy. The boy is the key.
One more question. Who are you fighting?
The temple was being invaded by a group called... The term is older and not what is used in Elvish, really, but a group of individuals called the Cult of Mir.
Does that really ring any bells for us?
Anisette, can I have a history check?
Yeah, sure. That is a 22. I'm good at that.
So, Mir is an ancient name for the old forest planet above.
Okay. A Cult of Mir. We saw a portal in the other room. Were they trying to somehow...
Open the portal, yes.
Yes. Bring something through from the planet above. Or send themselves or others to the planet above.
Nobody knows their ambitions, whether they just wish to return back to the land that once was the ancestral homeland of the elves and the men, or whether they just want to colonize, conquer. There's not a lot of knowledge on the Mir anymore. It's been over 4,000 years since, maybe longer, since anybody's been there. Even the oldest elves were not alive when that happened.
Interesting.
It is said that it was a place, a magicless place, and that when the portals were opened, there was magic on Mir for the short time that the areas were interconnected, but not anymore.
So Mir is devoid of magic now.
Mir was originally devoid of magic. When the portals opened, the magic from here, Ahedronog, yes.
And the magic here seeped into Mir for a moment.
Yes, the magic from Ahed
Dissipated.
went through the portals into Mir, and so for a brief time there was magic in both areas. When the portals closed, it is suspected that the magic stopped, but nobody knows for sure.
Makes sense.
The planet above has lied dormant. There were still people when the portals closed on Mir, but nobody's received any words from them. There's been no grand light shows or spectacles to try and grab our attention. It's been quiet.
All right.
Mercy will raise her hand. One more question. And she uses the actual spell is thaumaturgy. But she uses, you see for a moment her hand flickers between that black darkness dripping that you saw her use on the shadows, and then between that and a blinding white, and then settles together into a kind of silvery gray, and she holds out her hand. Does this symbol mean anything to you?
What is this symbol?
Silver hand.
Oh.
Her hand is silver.
That's a little funny.
Well, a long time ago, even longer than the Cult of Mir, there was rumors of a group called the Silver Hand, but there's even less information about them. They might have even existed on Mir before.
Interesting.
Also, I saw something strange. Well, we've seen multiple strange things. Do you recognize this? And she's gonna reach out, and she's gonna use the spell Silent Image, which I can cast as a free action with Misty Visions. And you just see reality and light sort of forcibly bend and warp, and this prismatic shape sort of dispels, and when it does, you see the image of one of the shades that we fought. And I'm going to ask them, is this a familiar sight to you?
That would appear to be what is commonly referred to and cited as being a shadow.
All right. I thought that the appearance might
like an elf to me.
Ring a bell, but yes, unspecific. I thought, yes, of course. And do you recognize this? And she'll do it again, and that prismatic effect sort of shifts from the from the shadow to that silver butterfly that I saw in the hallway before that fight.
Now that one is interesting. A silver butterfly is often associated with Joras. As I'm sure you're all aware, there's quite a lot of silver imagery here. I don't know what that would have to do with you, specifically. They look to Mercy. You seem most closely aligned with their beliefs, but I don't believe you are a sister.
No, but to my own... I've never been a part of her, but I've been a part of a similar system, and it feels familiar.
I don't believe that any of you would cite that to have a sign from the lady herself.
Well, when Anisette saw it, she was quite literally on her way to defend the child.
Perhaps he is important then.
We were guided here by a sister, and beforehand this butterfly was there. If the goddess is sending her messengers, this butterfly could have been one of them, or it could have been the spirit of the sister herself in a different shape. I don't know.
You saw the mural of the painting of the lady herself out in the reading room, correct?
The goddess?
If she was to appear here in Arcade, that would be the form she would take.
Did it look familiar?
No.
Okay.
Firestalk then looks at you and says, I believe I've answered everything that I can for you. It is time for you to take the last trial.
Very well. Thank you for your time, Guardian.
Yes.
The Guardian retakes their place and stiffens back up.
Should we attempt to talk to Mother Ambrosia while we are here?
I suspect that one really is just a statue, but we could examine it.
You can take a look. Make sure we're fully prepared.
You walk over to Mother Ambrosia's statue. There is an eerie silence and a pull towards her that you can feel. Almost a howl in whatever drafty wind you can pick up into this. And nothing. It is a statue.
Who would have guessed?
So, to the east, you find yourself in a hallway lined with statues, great warriors and mothers alike, leading to a large room. In the center of the east wall, there's an enormous statue to Juras. On either side of her are mysteriously quiet waterfalls, which crash into two canals, leading back the way you came. At the end, a mural, etched in stone on a rectangular monolith. It depicts a figure resembling the prince, casting his own blood into the altar on the center.
That's fucked up.
We can't be doing that.
Michael, he's literally 10.
That's too young.
Leave the guy alone.
Bad time, man. Bad time.
So Gelamon looks at this and he's like, "What is this? I don't understand. Why am I here?"
I don't think we know, child.
I don't think we know. We're starting to maybe get an idea, but...
What does it all mean? I just wanted to go home to my... But I can't. We're here. And I'm on this statue thing. This, carving into a rock. I don't understand.
I suspect you are meant for something important.
I don't want to be important. Not any more important than I already am. I'm just supposed to lead the elven people and I wasn't even supposed to do that this early.
Mercy holds his hand.
Fuck you, Michael.
Fuck you, Michael.
Fuck you. Sorry, back to the moment. I had to get that out.
God.
What am I supposed to do, Mercy? Elsa, what am I supposed to do?
I was once unimportant child. Very average.
And what did you do?
I, like you, was chosen by a greater force to serve a purpose I cannot comprehend.
And I've got to do the same thing.
Sometimes, larger choices, where we are, when we are, what happens around us, cannot be so finely controlled. How important we must be, we don't always have power over.
You're right. I don't have power. I couldn't help my dad. I couldn't save myself. I've just ended up in the middle of the woods. Hopeless. Walking. You found me and I was just mud and rain.
There is no such thing as hopelessness. It is a fallacy. It is a lie that people tell us so that we stop trying when they don't want us to continue. You may not have been able to choose such important things to you, and at this time, we may not understand your importance. But whatever happens and whatever comes, you still have choice. However, people may try to hinder that. If you choose something and pursue it, you will almost always be able to overcome it. I had importance thrust upon me. I could have ran from it, and I was deeply tempted to, but that would have served nothing. The importance may be a burden, but it can also be used as a greater tool than a weight. You will be king, and perhaps even the gods grant you some power or again, importance. I say, do not run from it. Use it. someone has conspired against you, and most likely they seek to conspire against the world itself and the kingdom with which you have been burdened with the task of protecting. It isn't fair, and I am sorry for that. Your importance, it was less of a gift to you than mine was. But I still think you can use it. I still think that you can take this and ensure that those you have been charged in protecting are given that protection that you did not have when you needed it.
So I do have a choice. And he takes your dagger and cuts his hand over the altar. And so... Whew, that was good. Upon doing so, the room will shake, and the area around the altar will descend like an elevator, leading to a room where the prince's eyes will turn a silvery white, and he'll begin to float in the center, towards that statue of Juras, whose eyes also glow. A cold wind will blow through the temple as if there was a draft, and suddenly 4 vents in each corner begin to spew water into the room, and a metal grate slams closed over the exit. What do I do? What's happening?
Oh, shit.
Water is filling up. You have to act fast.
I'd like to roll a perception check.
Go for it.
Same.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I can understand this magic that's happening here?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, fuck, I got a 5.
18.
Okay. I'm waiting for one more result.
16.
Okay. Elisand, you are panicking. There is water filling up. You hate water. Water's the antithesis of fire. You don't like being wet. Oh God, what's happening?
My life is literally a nightmare.
Mercy. There's water coming up from the 4 vents. Maybe you can plug it. It's coming up quick. And Anna said this is some kind of sorcery, from what you can gather. It's weird. What's going on?
The water's coming from the 4 vent? How? Is that like a crevice?
The water
Like
is coming
something-
from vents in the 4 vents in
4
the ceiling.
vents.
4 vents.
Number 4.
How fat? Okay, perfect.
Fast. It's fast. You gotta do something. The prince just... What's going on?
How far apart are the vents?
They're in each corner of the room.
Perfect.
I am going to, also being a sorcerer, I am going to call out to him. There's some sort of magic and power connected to this room, and I think it may be connected to you. And I'm going to explain to you how I use my sorcery. Try to do the same. Control this power.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I don't have much of a choice, do I? It's gotta do something. This is my choice.
You feel that this is your
This is your
choice.
choice.
There's always a choice.
Keep breathing.
Tell me what to do.
You feel that magic in the room going through you, through the air around you, through the world around you, and into you. Bind it together like a thread, and weave that thread between your fingers. Words may come to your mind. Those are part of the weaving.
The water is up to your knees now.
And Mercy's gonna go try and plug the hole with... She's got an explorer's pack, whatever she can get in there. The pack
just start
itself.
stuffing
Just
things in
stuffing things, letting Anisette guide this.
I see Mercy doing that, and I start doing the same fucking thing. I am ripping my dress to shreds to fill this hole.
Yeah, I'll rip my clothes up to do it. Breathe,
like a thread.
breathe,
Like a
focus.
What next?
That is the main part of it, but weave it with intention. That magic that flows through you is like a web. You can manipulate its shape and its meaning if you carry the intention in your brain and physically attempt to move it with your fingers. We call these verbal and somatic components. They're very important. Move your hands together in a way that feels natural, weaving the layers and the fabric of this web. That is where the words come in. They will add intention into what you do and help you communicate with the magic inside of you. I would recommend...
It's your choice, Galamine.
It is that web is a web of decision and choice, of intention. In this case, I would recommend stop or escape be the words that you have in mind when the sounds come to you, when the intention comes to you. But again, it is up to you to choose that.
Weaving. like a spider. And he starts to make like these little spider motions with his hands. It's not working. It's not working, Mercy. And the water is up to your chest now.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if there's like perhaps a better way of explaining it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
While that's happening, Ellison is very unhelpful. And she just goes, Anissa, if this is how I die, I just want to know I kind of respect you, but only a little bit, and I just think you're a real creep, which makes it really, really annoying that you're talented. And Mercy, you're super nice and pretty, and I'm sorry that I'm not as helpful as I could be, and if I drown, I just want that to be out there so I go to heaven.
Thank you, you're not going to drown. We have to focus.
We're going to drown!
We're not going to drown.
No,
Breathe.
we won't.
Slow your breathing. Galamine, think about your decision. Think about how you felt when you make your decision. That white-hot clarity of purpose. Think about the rush in your brain as you made it. Focus on that. And send me an Arcana check as well.
Yeah, what was the Arcana check?
Yes, sorry, that was a 14.
He's a sorcerer, right? What kind of sorcerer?
Okay.
Okay. Can we help him? Can I give him the help action?
I think you're doing the most help you can by trying to slow down the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
1 second, because Anna said would remember this more than I would. I mean,
Question.
my guess would be Divine Soul?
No.
The water is up to your shoulders
Yeah,
now.
that's-
You've got one more chance.
Oh, shit.
You've got one more
Okay.
chance. You've got one more chance to tell him something to get you out of here.
Yes, okay.
It's like it's surging out of him. It's uncontrolled.
Like wild magic. Who said that?
Cough, 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 wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Cough, cough, someone who studied Arcana for her whole life, please.
Yeah, you're a wizard. You know.
You've got to say something to him.
I'm just wise.
Quick, hurry.
Try a different approach. Sorceress magic can be incredibly chaotic, so don't try to weave it the same way I do. Do not tell it what to do. Listen to it. Guide it. Not like weaving a web, but like changing the course of a stream of water. Allow it to do what it's going to do, but guide it. Listen to it as much as you want it to listen to you.
I've been listening my whole life. I've been listening to my dad.
Before the water goes over Elison's mouth, she just screams, "Your magic's fucking wild! Just do something fucking wild!"
Let it flow through you.
Oh,
And I believe she's the shortest. Her ass is underwater.
Give him advantage.
that is not the number I
Give
was
him
looking for.
advantage.
The water pools up and over your heads. You were all screaming. You were all panicked. You are quickly losing consciousness. You spent too much energy.
I've got healing.
Nothing is working.
I'm healing myself and Galamine, if that's what we need to stay conscious.
It doesn't matter. You don't... Eventually, everything fades into a black. And you are all gone. With the distinct sound of a great mass of water hitting the ground, so does your bodies, as you all land with some force onto the brick roads of Galrum. A few bystanders gasp as you plunk into the ground.
Is Galamine with us?
Yeah. Yeah, Gallimine's with you.
Well, that wasn't the intention I was thinking of, but it appears you did get us out of there, one way or another.
Gilmine is, like, hyperventilating on the ground.
Mercy, perhaps.
Mercy's going to grab him and pull him into an alleyway out of all that.
Before you can do that,
other people.
Galrim is a large farming town. It is very colorful here, from the greenest green of trees to the bushes that are yellow beyond compare. Beyond our walls are fields and orchards of lush elven produce. You've landed in the upper level of town. Brick herringbone roads are flanked by elvish lily trees, which blossom their leaves in a white, flowery fashion. Great and elegant windmills, not dissimilar to Dutch ones, catch a gentle breeze, and you realize that it is now morning, around 10 a.m. A crowd soon forms around you. Some voices saying, "Should we get the lady?" "No, the tree." And another, "No, the guard. They are obviously bad." The prince now looks at all of you panicked, confused, and overwhelmed. "What happened? Where are we? Where's the temple?" And the crowd can now be heard in whispers. "Is that the prince? Are these the people that kidnapped him?" And they begin to grow more raucous.
Fuck.
You got us out of there, Gellamine. Somehow or another, you did help us escape. Now, we're drawing too much attention, so we have to move, but we did it. The choice that you made the choice, and we got out of there. That's what's important. Congratulations, now let's move.
So Gellamine nods along and wraps himself in his cloak, and suddenly his appearance is changed. Now he sports brown hair. He looks like a little human boy, and for a moment you're like, where's Gellamine gone? He was here just a second ago.
And we all saw his cloak change. It's pretty distinguished design for a cloak.
I'll give you this moment to talk around while I send everybody else their magic items for the temple.
My ass is fucking gasping for air on the ground. I still feel like I'm drowning. Water was my least favorite thing, and now it might be my biggest fear.
We moved towards the alleyway, but Alessandra is still just passed out on the rocks, like...
I will pick her up and move her.
While we're talking to Gellamine.
My ass is left behind, and I don't even notice.
Yeah, Gellamine looks at all of you and is like, why are you looking at me funny?
Gellamine?
Yes?
Do we have a mirror?
One of you probably. Ellison has a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go take it off of Ellison.
No, I pick up Ellison and bring her into the alley and pat her on the back.
Whose strange
There you go,
human
get the
boy
water
is
out.
that? I can't take care of another one.
Focus on your fire, it'll burn the rest of the water out of you.
That's literally not how it works at all. Just give me a minute. Just leave me alone. Just give me a minute.
Alright, we will. Where's your mirror?
She just kind of tosses her bag to the side.
Alright, thank you.
You look through it. It's just a bunch of fancy shit.
Yeah, she's just tearing through it. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit about it.
Golden ruby encrusted hand mirror.
Just throwing stuff over her shoulder.
I start humming Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty from Big Bang Theory.
I am going to hold I have Elsan's mirror, and I'm going to ask Gellamine. So, you've never consciously cast a spell before?
I didn't think that I was magic.
Well, it appears you might be, and I'm going to turn the mirror over and show him what he looks like.
Who's that? Why are they...
I think
He waves his hand around.
I think you've disguised yourself somehow.
I don't understand. What's happening?
Can I tell that it's his cloak necessarily that did it? Like, we kind of saw him pull his cloak around himself like that.
You can figure that that's what happened.
Okay. Given the items that we have, perhaps you used your cloak to conceal yourself. Magic items like these.
Like what?
And she'll take out the pen and sort of look at it with detect magic, I think.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I can see illusion magic on his cloak as well.
Right, yeah. So there's illusion magic on his cloak. I don't know what kind of magic would be associated with the pen. And,
some weird magic.
Yeah.
Tracks.
Mercy's mask
Conjuration.
is magical, and Elison's necklace is magical.
Okay. It appears the gifts we got back from the ritual in the temple have some unique properties. I can see your cloak here has forms of illusionary magic attached to it.
Whoa.
I think perhaps you can use it to disguise yourself. And maybe a little bit more, considering people seem to not register your change of face. There was a moment where it was almost like we couldn't see, we hadn't known who you were. It's quite useful.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad you think so. I would agree.
quite. Very useful.
But we're in... He looks around for a minute. Galrim, what are we doing here?
I think that magic that you were trying to weave, I don't know if it was successful in the way that the test had intended, but certainly we transported through space. I think you took us here somehow. After all, it was our intended destination, and you were trying to save us with your magic. I think you got us out of here. It sounds similar to when you appeared in the forest. You were in danger and escaped with magic.
What?
Perhaps you have some sort of defense mechanism with your sorceress abilities.
Yes, it seems very instinctive, protective. Don't you remember when you were telling us of how you were captured? That very suddenly you were somewhere else?
I mean, yeah? I guess. I don't know, this is overwhelming.
This is good. You got us out of danger, and we are where we intended to be. However, it looks like a different time of day. Perhaps we should ensure that we did not travel through time as well as space, as I suspect that we have.
I don't know anything about that. But my aunt lives over here.
Very well. Should we ask how long we've been gone before we make that play?
Who are you gonna ask?
A passerby for time of day, I suppose. What day is it is. Wait here. I'll make myself useful. And I'll just go up to somebody on the street.
Oh, bloody hell, what? Are you okay? Did you burn your face or something? What happened?
You're half right. It's of no matter. You see, I am a traveler of sorts, going around seeking medical practitioners from around the globe. But I've been on the road for a while and lost track of time. Do you know what day it is?
I don't know what day it actually would have been. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it is the next day, and he says it's about 2 hours till midday.
Okay.
10
o'clock.
All right then. That's very helpful. Thank you very much.
I hope you get the help you need, mister.
I'm sure I will. And I leave him.
Do we feel we've had a long rest? Or do we feel exhausted?
You certainly have not had a long rest.
Yeah.
I could have told your ass that.
It turns out drowning is not a very
A
restful
little
experience.
tiring.
Yes, and I'll inform the rest of the party as well. It appears we've lost a day in the transportation process. Good, in that I suppose it would have been... Actually, it would have been a few days' journey to here, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We needed another day to travel anyway.
Yeah, so in ultimately we've lost no time, I believe.
Do we have... I assume we don't have our horses or any of our camping supplies.
Oh shit! Our camp is back in the middle of nowhere.
My horse! No!
That is not ideal. I'll have to recover my sleeping mat now.
My golden Arabian steed.
They'll be alright.
Our horses
animals.
will be okay, yes?
They'll be alright.
Oh, they graze. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, there'll be some time walking back to find them, but ultimately we have lost nothing. And gained much.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Most importantly, we've gained a certain amount of knowledge.
Yes, certainly.
That is the most important thing.
I don't feel like I've learned anything.
Me either.
We've learned that if you are in danger, you are able to escape. What's this? Are you resting? Do you need rest?
Anisette, you're boring and we're tired. Please let us go to his aunt's house. Please.
Well, I think it was interesting. Very well, let's go.
We can discuss it after some rest.
Okay. So you're heading to his aunt's house?
Which Mercy will kind of let Galamine lead and fall back to talk with Anisette and Elisande.
Okay.
What is the plan for the truth of his situation and us visiting his aunt? Are we letting her know he's the prince? Are we having him stay disguised?
That is a good question.
I believe we just tell his aunt who he is. Otherwise, why would a strange woman just let us into her home?
A good point.
Precisely.
But what do we tell her? The truth entirely? It sounds unbelievable.
Wouldn't that be up to Galamine? It's kind of his information to share.
That's true.
That's true. And having him, a child with a good head on his shoulders, vouch for us might put us in her good books.
Great, it's decided.
Yes.
Feels like we don't have much of a choice.
Gillimine's
Answer.
disguise would have faded by now anyways.
Yeah.
Basically, as soon as
Okay.
he unwrapped himself from his cloak.
While we're walking to the house, I will, as Elisande kind of goes back up to Galamine, I'll stay with Mercy and just ask, out of the interesting things we learned, I believe we learned some interesting things about each other. And I've been needing to ask, your mask,
Yes.
that was a very interesting choice, splitting it between love and hate. Would you elaborate?
Yes. Yes, I fear there's a bit of a complicated story in history. But when is it not? This was, at first, just the mask I wore on my last performance. You know, I used to do ballet and dance and perform with the rest of the girls, and that was my last show.
Fascinating. All right.
And for a while, that's all it was. A nice memento, a keepsake. And after I retired from that, I fully stepped into my duties as the guardian of Moonscar. And for a while, I didn't feel I needed a mask or anonymity. I was protecting my people. but one day, God, it must have been a year by now, a new person, a man came into town, and there had been some attacks, there had been some fights, and I thought it was him. And back then, I was a little less in control of myself and my anger, and it got the best of me. And it turned out he had not done anything at all, and then an innocent man was dead. After that, I needed an enemy, yes, but I wanted to shroud myself. I needed a reminder of my mistake. And a reminder of my devotion to Moonscar. That anyone who comes into it is someone I protect and not just the people I've known to be there. But now it feels like, I don't know, it's just getting bigger than all that.
I can see why, with such a complex web of events surrounding that mask, you may both love and hate it.
Exactly.
You are... Apologies, kind words are not my forte, but it feels like the time to use them. You are one who is ultimately kind and compassionate, and it seems that you make it your duty to ensure that others are safe. I don't know where I'm going with that. It's simply an observation, but I suppose I appreciate that you lend that safety to us.
Of course. You helped me when I most needed it. And I haven't forgotten.
She just sort of gives a nod and sort of stares off.
And if you don't mind me asking, what of your...
The item I gave in?
Yes.
Well,
I am curious.
I've had that pen for a long time, and I'm very fond of it.
It's lovely that you have it back, but it's not
the
exactly...
ring.
Yes.
I don't know. And I think, just even if it's subconsciously, she's had the bandages parted from her mouth to speak to you, and you see them kind of coiled back up and around, and she's a little bit more closed off than she was. Or at least not closed off, but a little bit more protective and hidden, but still says to you, I don't know if I have the words to explain. Because...
That's alright, feel no pressure too.
You have shared with me, and I suppose that's only fair, but not because I do not trust you with the information, but because I did not anticipate having to explain my old life to anybody, setting off on this journey alone. I told Gellamine I was once very normal, very mundane. And that was true. I was a scholar, which I still am, and thinking that beyond my work, I needed some participation in normalcy, in how things are meant to be done. I made quote-unquote friends and visited with family. And when a man asked for my hand in marriage, I said yes. Because that's what you do, I thought, when somebody asks. You say yes. But all of that were the echoes of a woman who never really existed. I am not normal. I never was. But now it's undeniable that I am not normal. And that's when the bandages sort of pull back a bit and you can see more of that burned and frost-bitten flesh underneath. Now I am as strange as can be, and nobody can deny it. And when that happened, I couldn't deny it either. I knew of that mission, that importance that I also told Gellermine about. And at that point, I stopped trying with my friends and family, as they say, and they faded away from me. And I didn't regret it at all. And I moved on. The ring was a reminder of a past that I don't care too much to remember. I think if I were as kind as you, I would feel bad. But I don't. There is a husband I left who I don't love, and I don't think he loves me. So a ring really is superfluous at that point. You see, this strangeness of me, when people look at me, it is the truth. And when people look at me and see the monstrous, the strange, the bewitched, as Alessandra likes to say, the freak, that just brings me joy. And I think there's an enjoyment being in this party that... No. That is the part I don't have words for. But, yes, I suppose that's all I have to share.
I understand.
And so, you all come back together, following Gellermine, and you find yourself at Uriel Machinor's estate. It is a grand house of timber construction, with a strong stone foundation. Large arched windows allow the afternoon sunlight to beam onto the polished hardwood floors. Tall ceilings are accented with vining plants, carefully growing up trellises, and an old human servant greets you at the door. Yes, how may the lady serve you? He asks, in a raspy, aged voice. Gellermine jumps up. Mr. Gumtree, it's me, and he is interrupted as Mr. Gumtree, with a speed not seen by anyone of his age, takes up Gellermine into his arms. Boy, where have you been? We've been worried sick. Come, I'll get the lady at once. And he leads you into the parlor, where he invites you to sit on one of the many arm and courting chairs surrounding the fireplace, where a lone chair, you presume the ladies, sits. He walks away and leaves you for a moment.
Well, it's going well so far.
I hope it continues to stay that way.
Who is going to take point on this? I feel like perhaps one of you is a fresher face than mine.
It depends. Do you want a nice approach? Because then you choose mercy.
I think perhaps we choose mercy.
I'm just excited to see my aunt.
Oh my god, you're adorable.
And with that, the lady comes in with haste. She is a Sanzi elf with shadowy hair and fair skin. She looks at all of you, taking inventory, and back to Gellermine. Oh, thank God's boy, you're all right. The whole family has been looking everywhere for you. Your mother is bedridden with grief. She will be miles better when we get you back to El Moria. Gellermine is in a bout of tears. Yes, Auntie, I know. And I'll very much be glad to get back to her. I miss Mommy so much. And all of you, she snaps over. I suppose we have you to thank?
I push Mercy forward a little bit.
Yes, Your Grace. Mercy bows. As
Oh, I
would be
see.
Expected.
One of you has manners. Very good.
Anisette grabs her filthy coat and does a little curtsy.
I will accept you.
Elisande just
You're going
nods to her.
She looks at Anisette. I will accept you. I don't want my floors to be dirty. Gumtree has enough work already.
Very fair.
Anyways, tell me, who are you all? Where did you find my nephew?
Mercy looks to Anisette and Elise as like, are we doing this? Are we saying everything?
Well, come on now, come on.
The truth will set you free.
Yes, we were traveling on our way to Ebon Night and we found him on the road in the rain.
Oh, the poor thing.
Yes, it was quite a sad sight. We took him into the town immediately to get some food and rest.
All right. And who may I thank?
All of us.
What is your names, dear?
I am Mercy Araman. I am from Moonscar.
Okay. Have I heard of you?
It is likely I used to be one of the performers in the great ballet.
Oh, I love the
Performers that
ballet.
worked there.
Tell me, do they still have that studio up, what was it, the White Raven?
The Pearl Dove.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that is my home. That is where I am from.
Oh, well, you have always put on glorious shows, I must say.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I will tell the girls when I get home.
She snaps to Anisette, and you, Mr...
My name is Anisette Ponder.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I am fairly, I know the bandages give me certain anonymity. I am a humble scholar who was saved by our friend Mercy here, and so I have been following her in the meantime as I come across what knowledge I can.
Dear, it's quite unfortunate. You look like you had a run-in with 3 devils and an imp. Please don't laugh like that.
Apologies.
And you, Miss... You're not from around here.
Princess
Oh.
Elisande Evergrace. It's a pleasure to meet you. Kingdom of
Princess.
Yes,
Tell me, is it still sandy over there?
it always will be.
Dear, I hate sand. It's rough and it
I
coarse
hate
and it's
water.
it's rough and it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
I knew I was waiting for it.
Son of a bitch.
Well,
Honestly, can't deny a word you just said. But it's home.
you've all brought my nephew back to us, and there are not words that can explain how grateful I am, how grateful the Regent is, and how grateful the lady will be. Is there anything I can do for you? Would you like tea, or...
Tea would be lovely. Young Galmine probably needs something to eat. We have been on the road.
A place to rest would
place
also
to
be
rest would be
wonderful.
lovely.
We are, in fact, exhausted.
So she snaps a few times, and Gumtree comes in, and he's like, yes, oh gosh. And he goes about making a lunch and will come in a few minutes later with tea. And she's like, so tell me all about your journeys. Is there anything I can help you with? The accommodations, I can do that. We have plenty of spare rooms. As soon as we're done with this meeting, I'll have Mr. Gumtree show you to your room.
That would be lovely, yes.
May we, make a request of sorts?
Of course, anything.
Obviously, this would be at his behest, but we served quite well as the boy's protectors. Could we continue to do so for the time being? We want to see him well. He is quite a bright lad, and obviously he is perhaps still in a certain amount of peril if there was some sort of plot against him.
What do you mean, plot against him? Well,
yes.
I know that my dear brother-in-law was... She looks at, Gellamine. He kind of frowns but nods softly. My dear brother-in-law is indisposed, but I think with the royal guard and all that, I don't think that would be necessary. I mean, it's quite important that we get him back to El Moria as soon as possible. You're welcome to go along with the entourage.
I certainly would agree, and although a guard and an entourage is, of course, perhaps necessary, he was taken from inside the castle, and he informed us that though the moment was hazy and panicked, there was something familiar about one of the assailants. We had come to worry, as I believe the prince has, that somebody within the castle walls had conspired against him. Perhaps a mole or double agent of some kind.
Yes, that is
Though
our fear.
Though obviously you are not known to you, perhaps that would be a boon. We carried the boy this far. We could assist in protecting him further if any member of the guard were perhaps not on the straight and narrow, as I believe they say.
She presses her fingers together in a pyramid over her mouth, and she says, Gellamine, why don't you go help Mr. Gumtree in the kitchen? He says, Yes, Auntie. And he goes off. And she says, So, you suspect that the panicked ramblings of a 10-year-old are to be believed? I don't discredit him, of course, but it is a traumatizing experience.
In all due respect, madam, it is not only what he has told us, it is also what we have seen.
How do you mean?
The night we found him, in the middle of the night, 3 beings, monsters, shadows, appeared and tried to attack him. We barely escaped with our lives. Gellamine was left unharmed thanks to our protection, and I know I would have easily given my life to protect him, but it was no small force. It was no random force, and it was no unthought-out force. Someone knew exactly where he was, and exactly when to strike.
If somebody had known where he was, why didn't they attack sooner?
The advantage of most of us being asleep when they tried to attack.
There are also mysteries somewhat unsolved.
Yes, many.
Who sent these shadows? Who would have the ability to send these shadows? Obviously, there are things we have not accounted for. I can say, however, that as a group we find ourselves to be quite skilled and perhaps even well-equipped to deal with such matters. And you'll see her bandages kind of shift without her touching them, and there's a sort of arcane, prismatic effect that dances between her fingers as she sort of flicks her hand, just to show that she's perhaps show her hand as a spellcaster.
And she kind of cocks her head. And we have Drury in the Royal Guard, too. I'm sorry, but
Yes.
I can't quite
There are
just...
Drury in the Wild Guard. Drury who could perhaps send shadows to abduct the boy or harm him.
Listen...
There is no one you can fully trust right now, beyond perhaps you and other members of the royal family.
And that is my problem, because I can't trust you either. I know you've gotten the prince here, and that's all well, but there's a...
Do you trust the boy? Ask him of us. I believe he will tell you that we have done nothing but be concerned for his well-being and safeguard him.
And be that as it may, I can't just... Unfortunately, I can't release him into the custody of 3 people that I've only met 10 minutes ago.
Anisette, unfortunately, we are strangers or friends at best, and their family. It's kind of not our place to decide what happens from here.
Of course not. But though you're... Obviously, you will want to return him to Elmora with the common military patrols and as you said, the entourage. Perhaps do not put him into our custody, but simply bring us along.
Of course.
As witnesses and, even if you like, suspects even.
I will...
And should the need arise for his protection, we will be there.
I will, of course, extend the offer to you to go with him in the morning. We need him to be in Aelmoria at the earliest convenience, and I know you're all tired, including him.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, I tire of this matter because I already know what the answer is going to be. Is there anything else I can do for you? Any other questions?
Which bedroom may I lay?
Mr. Gumtree will lead you there after lunch.
Mercy looks at Anisette. There's still so much we don't know. Miss, is there a steward of this city or a group of scholars or a well-known library nearby? There are still some mysteries we are yet to discover, and we seek more information.
There is a study in the estate, and I am effectively the steward here.
Lovely.
So if you have any questions, you can direct them to me. I will be happy to answer them for you.
Well, firstly, do you have any repositories of arcane knowledge? I am interested in that regardless, but if I can discern more about the shadows, it might help us to determine what to expect if we should see their return.
Well, Uriel keeps a few examples in his personal study. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you read through them.
That would be appreciated. Where's the study? And she's just gonna head over there as soon as she can.
She motions Anisette to sit back down. After lunch.
Very well.
Mercy will turn to her. I am not sure how much you know of this, but I am curious. Do you know if there's any relation to any tie between the royal family and any temples or generally the worship of Juras?
Ooh, that is an interesting one. Well, it was not uncommon for elves to worship Juras a few hundred years ago, especially during the war with the Wood Elves, which the Grand King often pursued. You see, now it is kind of merged because it is thought that Juras was a bastardization of the moon goddess, Dana, and that it was wood elf propaganda to worship them.
To worship Juros.
Indeed. So the practice fell off after the wars.
That is most interesting.
I'll telepathically say just to Mercy, shall we, tell her that the boy has some sorceress ability or connection? I was not yet sure whether we should divulge that information, but I suppose I cannot immediately see a reason not to.
I can neither see a reason to not, but yes, why don't we? I think it should be you, as you know more about magic than I.
Very well. I will... and I'm now realizing there was probably like a solid moment where we were just staring at each other quietly. Well, we should state, Your Grace, or I don't actually know the proper term. The prince seemed to have some sort of magical connection to a temple of Joras that we came across in our travels. We seem to have been guided there by some arcane forces, or given that it was a temple, perhaps divine source.
Yes, almost prophetic.
Well, that seems unlikely. I mean, Galamine and his father were not very closely related to the Wood Elves. I mean, Galamine's father did want to broach a peace with them, but other than that...
It seems... Well, I do know sometimes sorceress ability can be very latent, though usually there's a more obvious source. But certainly it seems he has some sort of arcane connections in that, in his attempted abduction, he says that he himself seemed to vanish and reappear in the forest where we found him, and in truth the way that we got to the city was to, when our lives were at risk due to ancient traps of old, we seemed to, as Galamine described, teleport or transport through space and time and arrive here. That is powerful magic, and it seems to revolve around the boy. When his life is in peril, he relocates elsewhere, but he seems to have no knowledge of it. I don't believe he's doing it intentionally.
Well, if the boy is a latent druid, then we're going to have him trained, obviously. But that's what the court mages are for. We'll add it to his list of studies while he's ruling.
Is there anything else you wanted to ask, Mercy? I cannot think of anything else. My mind's taken up.
Mine as well, but I'm still thinking about the goddess and her history. So you would say that she is currently believed to be more of a wood elf goddess?
A wood elf deity, yes.
Okay. It's most interesting.
Quite simply, I believe it was put as there is no room for mystery in the pursuit of progress.
A foolish idea. What is progress if there is not questions to be answered? Is that not mystery? Apologies.
Well, this is quite insulting. I mean, my husband believes it quite well to be true.
A simple disagreement on the wording of pursuits. Apologies, I ramble on.
She's a scholar. It is her duty to break down words and meanings.
Of course, Uriel is the same way.
She's also an asshole, though. Don't get that confused.
I like you, dear.
I quite like you.
Maybe you should have led.
May I get my hands on those arcane books now, if it suits you?
Well, it is about time for lunch.
Oh yes, after lunch, you said. Very well.
Yes. And it is about then that somebody comes in, but it's not who you were expecting, because you're expecting to see Gumtree. But instead, an elf will come in wearing silver and black armor and whisper something into her ear. She nods along carefully and says, I'm afraid that I have some matters to attend to, but I do invite you to stay the night, of course, while we arrange to have the prince brought back first thing tomorrow. As I said, Gumtree will show you to your rooms after lunch. He should be done any time now, and you may make use of the parlor in the meantime. And she will walk off.
Insight check. Unless you haven't figured out.
Anisette does the weird little curtsy again.
What are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to insight this person she's talking to, get any indication of what her emotions were when they said what they said.
Mm-hmm.
Or if, after hearing what they said, her emotions towards us changed at all.
Okay.
Do you want me to reroll or use that roll?
What was it?
10.
Okay. Was anybody else doing anything?
No. I like her.
Yeah, not really.
I'm suspicious.
She looks stern, like whatever was brought to her was an important matter. It probably had to do with the entourage in the morning, you're not sure.
Okay. And how many days left do we have until the coronation is, or the 2 week?
I believe now it is 12.
12 days.
12 days. Okay.
And so, lunch is served. It is actually, if you remember in the first episode where Gellermine was talking about the basically filet mignon, that is what they serve today.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
With the royal custards and everything.
Sweet.
It is the best meal you've ever had in your life. Gumtree is obviously an esteemed cook, and assuming that you don't have any discussion to make, he will, after lunch, during lunch, hand Anisette a few books.
Ooh, excellent.
He will afterwards lead you to a kind of boarding room where it's obvious that, like, guests would stay. There are 2, like, poster beds in there and fine furniture.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for your reference, Anisette, the books were History of the Second Age.
Okay.
There is Of Conjures and Alterations.
History of Second Age. Altars and Conjurations, you said?
Of Altars and Conjurations, yes. And the last one is called A Study on the Old Portals.
Ooh, okay. Alright.
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I want to take a shower and go to bed. Well, technically, I want to take a bath
Yeah.
and go to bed. And I want the bath water to be really hot, as to not trigger my PTSD.
Fair.
You're a fire genasi, you can make it hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something you can do, for sure.
I am going to figure out which room Gellermine is sleeping in.
Yes.
Or actually,
Me too.
I will go figure that out, but also I will go to Gellermine. I will write on a slip of paper with my pen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use that new ability with the pen to write a rune for protection from evil and good.
Okay.
And I'm going to write that on a slip of paper, hand it to him, and say, hold this while you sleep, or at least put it in the bed with you. It should lend you some protection. And I have it so that if a fey, fiend, celestial, or undead enters the room, it triggers and targets Gellermine.
Cool. So I believe protection from evil and good is a first level spell slot?
Yes.
Okay, so it consumes a first level spell slot, and you may not use that spell slot for anything else until the spell has taken its full course.
All right. The other thing I'm going to do is ask I may need to explain to the viewers how this works, because we're about to take a long rest, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Gumtree to bring, 2 carafes of coffee up to my room. And then when we take the rest, I'll explain what I spend the rest doing.
Okay.
She is chugging coffee, and over this long rest, instead of taking a long rest, she's going to take 8 short rests.
Okay.
Yes.
Insane. Love. Yeah, I also want to know where Gelmine's room is.
Okay. Gelmine's room is going to be in the room across from the ladies' room, so you're going to find the biggest, most badass, bedroom door, and it's across the hall from that.
Mm-hmm. And then how far are we from them?
You are upstairs in the boarding room.
All right. I think I have something I would like to do.
Okay.
Before my long rest. But, Anisette, are we looking at books, or are you going to look at them over your multiple short rests?
I was thinking over the short rests. Though I certainly would. If you come in to talk to Anisette, she's just doing that, and also she will can go over whatever she found in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, Bruce will go around, say goodnight to everyone.
you see Anisette with a massive amount of coffee pouring over books, just yes, good night, sleep well.
Mm-hmm. I would say you as well, but I don't think you will be.
No, these are far too interesting. Mm-hmm. And I'm experimenting magically.
Alright. Well, if you will, my room is down the hall, second door on the left. If you find anything pressing, or if you hear anything happening, come and wake me, please. Or just shout in my mind. That will work.
Yes. Very good. Good night.
Good night.
And she hasn't looked at you at all. She's just looking at the books.
She's reading.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so you all go your separate ways, and you see this basically time lapse of the light moving past the window where the sun is crossing the sky and transitioning into the blue light of the second moon. And eventually it will fade to black, as that's where we're going to end today. That was Alex Lee as Mercy Aramon, Emily Gerald as Elisande Evercrest, Ronan Fox Critchley as Anisette Ponder, and Michael Isaac Vonberg as The World. From the Crystal Ball was scored by me, Isaac Vonberg, and sound designed by Alex Lee, with additional music courtesy of Epidemic Sound. For more of the show, join us on Patreon, where for just $5 a month you can access episode talkbacks, bloopers, exclusive one-shots, and all sorts of bonus content. You can find us at From the Crystal Ball on social media and at our website, www.fromthecrystalball.com. And finally, thank you for listening.